remanded to the custody of the Department of Corrections for service of this sentence. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I love you, Mom! That's what you get! I hope you burn in hell!
Court's in recess for 15 minutes.
Families are hurting.
She was my baby.
Investigators are trying to understand what drove 3 teen girls to their death in this dark, murky water. 15-year-olds Lanaya Miller and Ashanti Butler and 16-year-old Dominique Battle were inside this car in the early morning of March 31st. Deputies say they stole it and sped from them with no headlights on. Lawyers representing 2 of the girls' mothers have since accused deputies of chasing them into the pond at Royal Palm Cemetery in St. Pete.
I only want the truth. I need answers and I need closure.
1022, he's not stopping.
The sheriff's office answered in the form of newly released dash cam video, radio transmissions, photos, and reports.
They were in a stolen car at 4 o'clock in the morning running from the police. And very, very unfortunately, whichever one of the 3 of them was driving that car made a bad decision.
Video shows the girls' car drive down a dead-end road. Some deputies pull over waiting for them to turn around.
The next unit comes in on this street. Set up some stop sticks.
These 2 deputies continue following the teens, whose headlights are on the right. All 3 cars weave through the unlit, winding cemetery at more than 30 miles per hour. Eventually, the teens' taillights disappear, and the deputy in front hits the brakes.
All right, he's off-road in the water. They're in the water stranded. It's sinking still.
According to deputies, muddy water, thick vegetation, and unstable ground made it too dangerous for them to get in.
It's about 2 feet of the trunk left, and it's going to be completely under.
A dive team later recovered the car and the bodies. New photos show parking lights activated but no headlights, as deputies observed, and a strawberry daiquiri bottle in the back seat. The sheriff maintains if mistakes were made, they weren't on his end.
I feel for the family. I understand the emotions they're going through, but I also can't let them turn it on us because we didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I got a good vantage point. There's nobody out. It's sinking still.
Yes, my daughter has stolen cars in the past, but she paid for that. She did time if she had to do time. There is no long fight that she was charged with any felonies or anything because she wasn't, and she has never been. Second off, all 3 of those girls were best friends. They all hung out together. They all took care of each other. So what y'all questioning why they was in the car together? Because they're friends, and that's what friends do. They hang out with each other.
Cars did you steal?
So at this point, it doesn't matter how many cars she stole. It matters how much that she didn't do, what she didn't do, and that she did not steal that car.
So we're not slandering someone if we're telling the truth.
So you're not telling. So you're not telling the truth.
So
hold on.
I don't care what those people say. That's a bunch of nonsense, and they need to stop it because it's a bunch of junk. Those deputies went in that water, tried to save those girls, and at their own peril. But when they go into that water and it's all sludge and they're up to their knees and they get entangled in weeds and everything else, they don't need to die over it, and they made a decision. One of the deputies that went in is on our dive team. He's trained in that, and he made a decision. It's too dangerous for me to go out there. So I don't really care what they say. I really don't. You know, they can make these bald, wild allegations all day long. Fact is, 3 girls, 14 and 15, 4 o'clock in the morning, in a stolen car, running from the police, and the 3 of them combined had 7 prior arrests for stealing cars in the last year. That's the problem we need to focus on. This isn't a problem with the sheriff's office, this isn't a problem with the police. This is a problem with those kids engaged in criminal conduct, running from the police. The police tried to go in the water and save their life, and they couldn't do it. 14 years old, she got out of a DJJ residential program Friday afternoon on a weekend pass. Friday night, she's out stealing cars. And between those 5 kids, 3 14-year-olds and a 15-year-old, they had 63 prior arrests in the last 18 months.
Friday.
Seeing if his vision is good.
Я заснял это, охренеть! Охренеть!
Семь, 8, 9, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7. Рублик 700. Ёбаный в рот, сука. Да понтовался нахуй.
Я не фотографирую, я снимаю. Ты засняла?